Okay, I'm Megan Dean, and my presentation is on a world with female entrepreneurs. I began this project trying to think about someone in my family or close to me that I would consider an entrepreneur, and nothing really stood out. So I just started to Google, and when I started Googling entrepreneurs, the top entrepreneurs, the first 10 that were recognized were all male. People like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk. It struck me because I've done a lot of research with mathematicians, and mathematicians and scientists, most of the ones that make history are male. So I wanted to find an entrepreneur that was a woman. And so I started researching famous women entrepreneurs and came across Cindy Mee. What drew me most into Cindy Mee was her work with students. So I kind of want to tell you a backstory about Cindy Mee and her experience on becoming an entrepreneur. So Cindy Mee was born in 1983 in China. She's an English language teacher in Beijing. She is the CEO and founder of VipKid, an online technology for students to learn English from teachers in North America. She's 35 years old, and she created just a great program that is helping kids all around the world. So her life growing up, she was born in China. She didn't really do so well in grade school. She was never much of a rule follower. She would be singled out for reading in class when she wasn't supposed to. And at age 17, she quit high school and decided that she did not want to continue with school. So she followed her uncle to Beijing, where he and her co-founded a school called ABC English. She was there for a short time before she left to form VipKid, or VIP Kid. She did her early teaching career. She actually started teaching English at age 15 at an extracurricular school that her uncle set up in a province in northeastern China. She went to graduate high school later on through equivalency exams and also earned a degree in English literature. She is an MBA from Cheung Kong's Graduate School of Business in Beijing. So, what is VIP Kid? VIP Kid is a personalized learning opportunity. It currently has 500,000 paying students, and it does help support low-income schools. Both educators and administrators aim to have a global education. They want to make personalized learning and connections with students and teachers from across the world. They hope to spark curiosity, create individual opportunities for growth, and provide an opportunity to learn from teachers that might not be in the same community as the student. There are 500,000 paying students. There are 300 low-income rural schools in China who are also supported by the VipKid program. And there are close to 60,000 teachers who are enthusiastic and are working with the VIP Kid team. The program connects a fluent English teacher in North America with Chinese students to learn Chinese. And there's just a quick video.
VIP Kid gives you the opportunity to teach English and inspire kids in China, and do it all from the comfort of your living room or your kitchen, or really, you're anywhere, and it's all on your own time. So you can earn money teaching kids halfway around the world without leaving your own little corner of it. VIP Kid. Teach globally, work locally.
So that is the goal, is to have teachers be able to teach globally, but then still be able to work from home. So how was she successful? We've talked a lot in this class about play, purpose, and passion. And one of the big things that made her successful was her passion. When she was young, she developed a big curiosity for the world outside of China. She wanted to find out what it was like to be outside of China and not living where she was currently living. So she actually used her lunch money to buy audio cassettes and magazines, and she taught herself English. She said in an article that she can remember the first English song she learned. She said it was Yesterday Once More by the Carpenters. By age 15, she was actually helping other students learn English as well. She worked with local language schools where she provided tutoring, and eventually became part of the local languages leadership team and their expansion efforts to help other students. Life lessons. We've read in a lot of our articles that our entrepreneurs get the most benefit out of lessons or people that have impacted their life. And she, through tutoring and working with families and working with students, had learned a lot about education and how it needs to be different for everyone. And one of the big things that she said in an article, in Hood's article, was that kids need to learn how to be self-taught. It gave me this belief that each kid is unique and different, says me. They deserve a platform that allows them to see the world or to envision the future that they would want to have. And so that was kind of one of her big life lessons. And using that and seeing what she had seen, she wanted to create something that would help other kids be able to envision a future and to create something for themselves. She didn't want them to just learn English. She wanted them to have critical thinking skills, create self-expression and confidence. So one of the big goals of her VIP Kid is to pair these kids with people from across the world so that they can learn from each other, because it's not just the kids learning. The teachers that are sitting and teaching these kids are learning just as much from them. She did have some advice for entrepreneurs. In an interview that she did, the link is here, she talked about how her biggest advice for entrepreneurs was to look at the common goal and to make sure that every day you're checking back with what the goal is that you're trying to accomplish. And when challenges arise, that you're working together, that you are coming up with your group of people that can help you solve the problem. And if you're not motivated by success and fixing problems, it's going to be very difficult to become an entrepreneur. And so she really wanted to show kids and to explain that it takes a goal. You have to have a goal. You have to have a passion. And you have to follow it and be willing to deal with the challenges and the failures that you meet along the way. So some of the challenges that she faced, technology. One of the biggest hurdles she said she found was finding teachers that also had technical skills that allowed them to build this large platform that would allow kids' needs to be met when they're all so very different. And then finding the right teachers, finding teachers who had a passion for teaching and encouraging students to learn on their own. Figuring out how to create that community and building up teachers that are not right by where their kids are, that they're Skyping with their students, and creating that atmosphere. She said that was a challenge for her. And money also became a challenge. She had to be able to fund this startup. It took money to develop the online platform, to hire the teachers, to set up the software, the advertising campaign. She successfully raised $200 million from a few major investments, but it took a lot for her at the start to get money. She's hoping that the company will be very successful, and wants to give this opportunity out to all students, but it was not easy at the beginning. Also with teachers, she did choose teachers from North America. One of her primary reasons is because she said they had more energy, they were more excited, they were more encouraging, and she felt that kids were benefiting more from having teachers outside of China, especially ones from North America, to learn English. She said that it had been a very good experience for the kids that had worked with VIP kids. So, what do teachers get? How did they get all these teachers to join? Like I said before, they have somewhere close to 60,000 teachers working for them. The teachers, the requirements that they have to meet a minimum of 1 year teaching experience in North America, with children ages from 5 to 12. So they have to be in the elementary setting. They have to have some kind of certification in English and ESL teaching, because all of the students that they are working with on VIP Kid are going to be English as a second language learners. They need to have a bachelor's degree in early education. They have to have the ability to teach at least 7.5 hours per week. So it is more of a flexible environment for teachers. And then it is a 6-month commitment, and you do everything from Skype. And the teachers, what they get $7 to $9 per 30-minute class with bonuses. They have a flexible schedule, from 3 to 7 daily, 6 to 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturday nights, and then they can also work during the summer. They also get trainings, professional developments, and opportunities to earn trips to Beijing to meet with her and to meet some of the kids that they're working with. So overall, Cindy Mee had a goal. She had something that she wanted to do. She wanted to change the world. And so she started with her passion, made it a goal, and set forth to become one of today's top women entrepreneurs. She had a long journey to come to this point, but she's had a very successful run, and they're hoping that this tool and this educational experience for kids is one that will help push education into past the 21st century and create lifelong learners. And some of my references. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed learning about Cindy Mee.